2, 3, 4. Hey everybody, Gary here with Guitar Tricks, and in this lesson I want to share with you 3 classic sounding rock riffs that I made up. I spent a little while making them up, but what guided me when I made them up was that stylistically they fit into a popular framework. So one of the riffs fit really well into an open A, open D, open E power chord thing, which is so popular in rock. So it was kind of built off the, bands like AC/DC have so many songs with that. The second riff I played fit really well into kind of a pentatonic, low pentatonic framework. And then the third riff I played fit into a kind of minor scale thing on the lowest 2 strings, which is a really popular way to create kind of dark sounding rock riffs. I also used a little palm muting to spice things up, so I'm going to go over those things. And if you could play these 3 riffs as I played them in time, doesn't have to be full speed, just in time with the same feel, you're really set up to play lots of great classic rock riffs and classic rock songs. Before we get into it, please go ahead and click subscribe so that you get all of the latest and greatest content from Guitar Tricks. And if you want to be notified of any new lesson, be sure to tap the bell and let us know in the comments what you'd like to see in future lessons. That's where we're always looking for ideas. Also, if you want to learn more about rock guitar and classic rock riffs, head over to guitartricks.com/classic rock riffs. We've compiled a little library of relevant lessons to this one. And there at the website, you'll also find sequential courses on guitar fundamentals, blues, rock, country, a library of high quality song lessons, and so much more. All right, let's get into it. So this first open power chord riff, the first step is to just get these power chords. So the A power chord, which is the first power chord, is just open A string. And then the second fret on the middle 2 strings. And you could bar them. Then I did this really classic bluesy rock move, which is to play the minor third of the A, which is the note C, very bluesy sound, and give it a little kind of quarter bend. And that's the open A string and the 3rd fret of the A string with your middle finger. Now, if you could hold down the power chord while you do that, you could kind of hit that power chord while you're playing the riff, right? It's a little bigger sounding. Now I'm using my right hand to mute so that I can cut off the sustain instead of. Now we go down to the D and we do the same exact thing. And with the D, it's open D. And then you could just do 2nd fret on the G string. That's a power chord too. And a power chord is just root and 5th. So D and A, D, E, F, G, A, the root and the 5th. But then we could grab the octave, this other D, with our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and then use our middle finger to do that same thing, open D to 3rd fret on the D. So putting that together, and then now we go to the E, and it's the same concept, open E, 2nd fret on the A and the D strings, that's the root 5th octave, and then with your middle finger, grab that 3rd fret of the low E string, and same riff, open, 3rd fret, open with that little bend. So it's Now the rhythm I'm doing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then I'm ending it with open 3, open 3, open. And that's right out of the A minor pentatonic scale. Really slow, I'm going to count that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2. So you want to get that really slow and get that cool rhythm, because rock is full of cool rhythms that are taken from the blues. They're not the straightest rhythms, or usually have some syncopation. Syncopation means on the upbeats, right? So when I change chords, I'm changing on the end. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. Awesome. The next riff. Okay, the next riff really has this swinging pentatonic thing. Reminds you of kind of classic rock from the 60s, Hendrix. To me, I kind of think of like a Hendrix kind of a thing, but we're just taking this A minor pentatonic scale, swinging it a little bit, adding some pull-offs. So we play this octave, A, A. So that's 5th fret on the low E string, 7th fret on the D string. Right? And then we pull off 7 to 5. Then we grab 7 on the A string. Then back to 5, 7 on the D. Then we take this note on the 5th fret of the G string. That's the minor third. Again, a bluesy thing. Bend it just a little bit. So now you might want to do pull-offs and hammer-ons like that, but you could pick it. Both sound cool. Then we come back to the A. Then the second time, it's 7 to 5 on the D, then 7 to 5 on the A, back to 7. And then to 5 on the D, and then we end on the C with our pinky, which is on the 9th fret of the low E string. So putting that together, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. Yeah. All right, the last riff. Okay, the next riff, right out of that minor scale, G minor scale, I'm palm muting this G. So I'm just putting my palm right where the strings meet the bridge, and I play the 3rd fret of the low E string, and I play that twice. Then I play the 5th fret of the A string, and then back to the palm muted G. And then I play 5th to 6th fret on the A string, then back to the G, and then 5 to 3. So. And then I end it with 5, 7, 8, 7 on the E string. And I pretty much palm mute the G every time. But it sounds good either way. Really slow with time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and This one reminds me of Black Sabbath. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed learning those riffs with me. If you could nail those rhythms, especially, get that palm muting. These three riffs are really the basis of so many of my favorite songs. I'm not going to name them on here, but like I said, bands like Black Sabbath, AC/DC, Jimi Hendrix. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that lesson. If you want to learn more about playing guitar, head over to guitartricks.com. There's a library of high-quality song lessons. There's step-by-step courses on rock, blues, and country. There's a guitar toolbox, and so much more. Happy playing, and I'll see you next time.